Did you say that there's a different virus, a different type of virus in New York versus the type of virus we have out here?
Well, that's it. By following the genetic fingerprint, just like your car key won't open up your house,
Mm-hmm.
that those are the kinds of things we see changing. Or you use your house key over and over, and then suddenly it's got to turn. You have to push a little, and that's really what they're looking at now, is trying to trace it back. The coronaviruses, they're the cold viruses. So for it to become as lethal as it has, it's mutated. And that's what the scientists are trying to figure out now, because that's what helps us to walk backwards, walk into an effective vaccine faster. There have been incredible scientific resources around the world aimed at this, at getting our world back to normal. And that's part of it is, if you go down and try and get a duplicate of your house key and come back, it doesn't quite work. You go back down, get it ground a little bit. So we have to know what that key looks like. And then our own immune system, we really do need to keep that, boosted up, a sufficient amount of sleep, trying to avoid excessive alcohol, getting some happiness in our lives if we aren't sleeping. With my homeless population, we have a ring, the Body Metrics circle, and we watch them sleep. And I can see this poor man from the ring. I go, why are you waking up every hour and a half? He says, I can look out and see someone's looting my truck on the street. So he, of course, moved the truck in. And once he got a good night's sleep, the symptoms he was having and the things he was showing with the other scientific devices started improving. So I really recommend a good night's sleep to your listeners. There are devices to look at that, this Bodymetric Circle Ring being one of them.
Mm-hmm. Brent is in Marietta, California. Brent, you're on with Dr. Chris, Landon, and Larry.
Yes. On Fox News, I heard from one of the professionals, I guess one of the doctors, the lady doctor that's always on there, that she said there was actually 7 strains of the virus, and we got the China one, and New York got the European one.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. That's what we're seeing. So but again, it's just, and that's the hard part is, we're going to have a California one with time. We'll have a New York one or, an Iowa one with time. As it stays in the population, it's going to mutate. And, it's a vicious, being from outer space. So I go down to JPL, NASA, Caltech, and we have cold atmospheric pressure plasma because we do that. I don't want to send this virus to Mars, and I don't want whatever's coming from Mars to bring whatever that is with us. So I think proper cleaning, we were talking about earlier, getting those surfaces clean, keeping our hands out of our face is important. But that virus is going to mutate.
Karen is in San Diego. Karen, you're on with Dr. Chris, Landon, and Larry.
Hi, I love your show, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan. And I'm a registered nurse, and I know my microbiology pretty well. And perhaps I got this wrong, but when you were talking about maybe antibodies, and I heard Dr. Frosty say that, and I thought, doesn't sound right, because this is not a bacterial infection that you're going to recatch. If you live, just like when I lived through the measles, chickenpox, there were no vaccines back then. I have lifelong immunity. Now, granted, it's going to strain, it's going to change and mutate. So when it mutates, like, say, from a zebra into a rabbit, the body has zebra antibodies, and it won't recognize the new strain of the rabbit, right? That's the premise of the flu every year, the generic flu. But there really isn't anything else other than the hydroxychloroquine, also known as Plaquenil, that for some reason our government is refusing to give us, and I think that would end the virus. Period. No Bill Gates vaccine.
Let's have Dr. Landon respond to that. Can you catch
let me
this?
kind of take them one at a time. So when people get shingles, that's a reactivation of the chickenpox we had as children. So our immune systems change with time. So our infants are going to be at risk. And then our elderly at risk, and that's really who I'm trying to protect me.
Dr. Landon, we're going to take a break right now, and on the other side, I want you to respond to what Karen said about hydroxychloroquine, then we have a few more calls. Dr. Chris Landon and I are taking your calls at 888-971-SAGE. Now, Pete and Seth want to get you out of pain. That's why they're recommending Relief Factor, which is a 100%